All right, welcome to another episode of the ASG
Podcast.
I am tripping up a lot today, I must say. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the ASG podcast. Today, we have a very special guest. We have a dancer. What else we have? We have a
Performance artist. We have
Paris's new Duchess.
that too.
You know,
Single Duchess.
oh, single
Ooh.
Duchess. Oh, girl. Hey,
Not married to a duke or nothing.
Oh,
Naturally born a duchess.
oh, beautiful. I love it. The one, the only. Yay! How you doing? All right.
Good.
Yeah?
It's I've been here since like
Yeah.
the morning.
Yeah.
She-
And I was more BTS in production.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just really cool to see you guys in your new studio. And I have to say, like, I didn't know this much goes into a podcast. I just always, effortless is never effortless. I know that.
Yeah.
But I guess I just never seen it.
We didn't know until we started this either. So.
No. The price, the expenses,
A
effort.
lot.
And then after a while, you kind of go, oh, another Saturday is going to this now, or another Sunday is going to this.
already.
I mean, look, I'm a popular guy. I got a lot of people who want to hang out with me. You know?
We did take a little break though. It was like a whole month. We were just trying to figure things out, but
We did.
find new space and we finally got it. So
Yeah. It's going to be good though.
you are our first guest
Yes.
at this
In
new
this
place.
studio. Bringing it in for you guys.
Yeah. Me and Choi were having a pretty good conversation, interesting conversation while we were having lunch, but unfortunately there was no cameras on us.
That's what always happens. The food talks are always the best.
I know we started talking about relationships.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was asking Archie, how he met his now girlfriend.
Yeah.
And sort of what was his mentality going into it, like, because he was like pretty charming and like charismatic and like really pulling up those lines, but in an original way, you know, like where the person had no choice but to laugh.
Yeah.
Like I was
Not
like,
at
wow.
me.
Wait,
with me.
That sounds like she didn't have a choice.
Huh?
No choice but to laugh.
Because it was so funny
It's so funny, bro.
Oh, okay.
That's the difference, bro.
and not in
Okay.
like a way. You
Yeah,
know?
no? In a way.
So you dropped the lines. What's the lines?
The lines is get on my knees and start begging. No, it wasn't that. No, it's hard to explain the lines without telling the story.
You got time?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
Got to fill me in. I wasn't at the.
You don't
Yeah.
actually know the story of how we met?
It was a Christmas party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go again. Telling a
Let's
story
do
telling the story twice within 1 hour is very difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you. So we were at a Christmas party. Oh, actually, I can like really like add stuff here, and then I can send her a clip of this. It's gonna be great. Actually, I'm looking forward to this. Yeah. So we went to a Christmas party, and I work in an office with not that many people. So we went to one of those venues where you could basically buy a table for your business, and she came with her business, and so we kind of, we were sitting on other sides of the. It was a massive marquee basically, but we were sitting on other sides of it, and the dance floor opened up, and then when the dance floor opened up, we started having a dance battle, which I won. I just want to put it out there. I did win it, and
the judge.
who was the judge?
Yeah.
God and Jesus Christ, and they both agreed.
Okay.
Okay, so we had a dance battle, and
We have a dancer here. I feel like you should show off your moves and for her to judge.
what?
You know?
But I need to see the opponent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, true.
Anyway, so we're doing the dance battle, and then there was a period where she basically had one of her friends jump in and help her. So I was like, what the hell? Who do I do? So I look around and I see an older person there. And I was like, I'm going to use her to my advantage. So I pull her in, spin her around, start grinding and everything, being a naughty boy. Turns out that's my girlfriend's mum.
I don't know how you got past that.
No, hey, listen, me and Teresa are very good friends now. I love Teresa. She's one of the best. Yeah. And we dance and people love it. And then that was that. And then later in the night, I see her around the bar, and I just start talking to her. And she basically just goes, I don't know. I can't remember exactly what the conversation was, but we just started talking. And it was a bit fun. It was a bit laugh. And then she fucks off. And then her sister pops up, and then Simone's like, "Look, when are you gonna ask her out?" I was like, "I'll ask her out before I leave." And she was like, "Look, you go up to her, ask her out, and if she says no, come back to me. I'll give you the number." And I went, all right, bet, no problems. So then I went up to her and I said, your sister said she's going to give me your number regardless of if you give it to me or not. So you might as well just give it to me.
I kind of like that.
You see,
I kind of like that.
it's like a little bit pushing the edge.
Yeah.
But then if I was her, I would be like, oh my god, my sister already.
Yeah.
Is like kind of validated you in a way, you know.
Exactly. I passed the test, right? So she gave me her number.
What did she see?
What did she see? A legend. A lovely, lovely boy.
She
You only think the same thing. You only think, right? See?
We have the same problem. Once you get to know us, that's the issue.
Yeah, she hates me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's too late for her now. I've put all the effort in. she's now in it for good. Yeah, I can clip this up. And I just want to point this out there. And I'm gonna put it out into the world right now. She was into me a lot because on the dance floor we were dancing and she looked at me and she did this. She said, "Come to me," and I said, "Not now, later."
Okay.
I think her sister wouldn't come up to you if she didn't like you.
That's true. Yeah. 100%.
Unless her sister's one of those like mastermind types that's like trying to marry her off. You know?
Yeah. I mean, possibly. But then I think I probably won them all over in the dance battle because I was twerking and stuff surrounded by women, and I was just like super confident about it. So probably won them over there, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But there you go. See, dance is a secret to power. There you go.
I think dancing and then not giving a fuck about what anyone says is a superpower for sure. And then you're just like having fun.
Yeah.
Which is the essence of dance, you know?
When did you realize you were a good dancer? How did that happen?
From birth.
Yeah. Did it just like, because I remember when I was younger, I was like,
I think a good dancer would never be like, oh my God, I'm such a good dancer. Like, we don't think that, I think.
I think that.
There's no issue. You're not
Are
a good
you a
dancer.
dancer?
We're going to go to a dance club and you can see.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know. I just love the actual thing. So I guess it's not so much about, of course, sometimes I have to step back and be like, oh, was that actually good? Or like spots where I can like improve and stuff. But I think I just love it so much that I don't think like, oh, now I'm a good dancer, you know?
So how did that journey begin then? When did you start? Like, what was that dance journey like?
Like literally I got into a school. I didn't it wasn't like that. It was just my parents put me in a school, almost like forced by me. Like they didn't have a choice as well because I just saw my sister come back from ballet class and she had all these shoes and like all these photos and she would like go to shows and I was just like I need to get on that like ASAP.
Yeah.
So I was 2.5 years old when I went to dance class and just never
What? How
stopped.
do you know? Are we allowed to ask that
Just
question?
think, wait,
How old are you now, did he say?
I'm 26.
Also, 20-something years, you just knew that dance was the it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I think,
No, I guess I was saying I was like 1 year old. And
Shut the fuck up.
what?
but I think it's just in us. Like dance is, like
Yeah.
we all have a body. It's like the only thing we can relate, and like no matter what it looks like, you can dance.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to put it out there. I used to dance on stage. I just want to put it out there.
What style?
Like, it was a bit like South Asian, a bit like hip hoppy, you know, a bit like, you know, a bit of a good vibe. Bro, I'm being serious. Why are you looking at me like I'm chatting shit? I'm not chatting shit. There's videos of me dancing on stage. I'm not giving
We
you the
better
clip up.
insert this here.
Give me some in the clips and I'll put it
I'll
on.
put the clip.
Yeah.
I'm already getting bullied enough by enough people with those clips. I ain't gonna give it to more. Yeah, no.
It's okay. We won't bully you.
Oh, thank
I
you.
will.
He will.
I'll make sure you don't.
Oh yes. See, you're always on my side, y'all.
Yeah.
She's known me for too long. That's why.
Oh, is it?
So she's already starting to hate me.
How long have you known him for?
Not that
Ricky?
long. Yeah, not that long.
Did I see you in September when I came? I think so. No, I've heard about you a lot from Nicole.
Oh, that can't be good. Oh, that
Not
can't
gonna.
be good. That can't be good.
What have you heard?
I know you
we
have a
talking about
fashion brand.
emotional fluffer.
Yeah, emotional fluffer. He's an emotional fluffer. Haven't you heard?
Emotional fluff.
Would you care to explain?
But basically, Nicole. Oh no, this will get in trouble. Nicole. Nicole uses
Our
Ricky-
beautiful producer.
yeah. Nicole uses Ricky for everything but physical stuff. She basically phones you for what she treats you like a boyfriend who's not a boyfriend, an emotional fluffer.
It's just
Nicole, I
an
think-
emotionally
Emotional
supportive friend.
You're the emotional support animal.
I'm just an emotionally supportive friend.
You're an emotional pet.
A pet.
A support animal. I'm sorry to tell you this. We move on.
Fine, we'll
You can't
move
just
on.
drop that and move on.
Yeah, we could move on, I think. How come you chose Paris and not London?
Easy.
Easy?
choice. Sorry, I'm in London right now.
Yeah.
Because it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty, I guess.
Yeah.
But we've heard a lot about, like, a lot of people don't like people in Paris.
Is it
They say
true?
they
The
were
Parisians
very,
are
very
like us?
rude.
I would say like the older generation. Yeah.
Yeah, I went there recently. Well, I say recently, 5 years ago. But then it was quite not bad.
But there was a shift. I really noticed this after COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Something happened. Like everyone started being like very nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe there's some sort of shift in mentality, realizing that the country depends on tourists
Yeah.
and like immigrants to like support their economy.
Yeah.
But it's not like everyone at the bank, at the post office, on the
Really?
street, and like it was
Didn't
a great
they say
time.
like the government like
Oh
needed-
yeah, the what do you call it? Like the head of tourism was like, please guys,
Be nice.
yeah, be nice. Like we need this, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's something. And then I think also like since I spent COVID in Paris, like I was like, okay, this is the place that I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna really make effort to speak the language. Like I already learned French, but there was something because they're not the nicest about it. But it was about bypassing that and being like, I'm just gonna do it because I want to be here. I want to connect with people, and I just don't want to care anymore.
So you're fluent in French now?
I can hold up a conversation.
Give us a bit of
No,
Give us a bit of French.
mais
Give us a bit of
non.
French. Please. Come on. Come on.
Mais qu'est-ce qu'on peut parler? Yes.
Oh, nice.
Correct me in the comments.
Now I
Your
have
grammar lesson.
I have Parisian cousins, and I've been thinking I should maybe pick up French as my second or third, I guess. It is hard, but it's hard though, innit? I studied French.
What other language?
But I can't get around the numbers.
You got
Oh my
on
god,
the
nobody
twat. You
can.
can't get over.
No, the way they count is.
Oh yeah, because they go
Yes,
20
it's
times 4,
insanity.
like,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
dumb shit like that, innit? Yeah.
4 times of 20 plus 14.
Yeah.
Like how do you know what math equation to use when you're on a specific number? Is what I'm asking.
Well, it's always divisible by 2 plus you make up with it, the numbers.
Yeah.
So it's divisible by 2 plus the rest. It's not that hard.
So it's always times 2 plus something.
And then there's also like they stop at 60, and then after 60 you add like 14 or 15 or 16. So 70 is 60 plus something.
Yeah.
Plus 10.
Yeah.
And then when you get to 80, it's like 4 times of 20.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm guessing
Okay.
90 would be 4 times of 80 plus
4 times.
Plus 10.
Yeah, plus 10 plus, or 14 for 94 kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
It's doable.
But yeah, I mean, I'm born in 1997. So every time they're like, when were you born? I was like, 4 times 20 plus 17.
Oh yeah, yeah. It'd be like that. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's dumb. It's really, really dumb. It's because they're using what the West would call Arabic numbers, but Hindu numbers, and then they've just added. They're basically using Roman numerology logic to Hindu numbers. That's what they're doing.
Oh, okay.
Right, that's the language.
That makes more
Yeah.
sense in my
Right? Am I right in thinking that way?
What?
Fair. Fair. I probably say fair a lot as well.
What are Hindu numbers? I don't even know.
So 0 to 9
Uh-huh.
are what the West call Arabic numbers,
Mm-hmm.
but they come from India.
Oh,
So they're called the Hindu numbers,
okay.
right? But then the West used Roman numerology, the X for 5.
Right.
Yeah.
X is 10.
I see.
Also 10. Sorry, V is 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a little bit like that, I guess.
That makes more sense in my head because
The Roman?
the Roman numerology.
Like as in the way they count numbers is
Yeah,
more
yeah.
similar to
it's
the
just
old
more
number system.
structured.
But
Yeah.
they use
It's the 4 that gets me
why?
because it's 1V, so it's 1 before
yeah.
5.
Yeah,
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 one
yeah,
before
yeah.
Just draw 4 lines.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is weird though if you think about it, like, because no one really talks about it. This is a really boring side topic, but like even the concept of zero is like such an important thing, but it's such a normal thing to us. It's like you're obviously zero, but like having a concept of nothing was never a thing for a long time. Anyway, this is
Maybe
not
that's why it's like the Hindu numbers, because they are so into like the nothingness and the void.
Maybe no one actually knows how it even started. No one, everyone knows it's from there. Like we know it's from there, we just don't know why it's from there. Like we don't know how it came about or anything. But in the West, they call it Arabic numbers because the Middle Eastern people gave it to Europeans,
I see.
and the Middle Eastern took it from us. There you go, a history lesson on a fashion podcast. You love to see it.
You're really into your history shit.
I am. I like history shit.
I like history shit.
Yeah. What's your favorite period? You think? What period, if you can go back in time, you'll love?
Oh my god, no period. I want to stay here.
I mean,
yeah.
No, if you really think about it, you're right.
Yeah.
I've thought about this.
Yeah,
it's not romantic anymore for me.
Because if you think about it, like, you're either gonna get done by some sort of like disease,
Yeah.
or you're gonna get basically destroyed by an opposing faction.
Yeah.
You're just you're gonna be sleeping there. They just can't make you a slave.
As a woman, they don't have rights.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
No, the rights thing, it depends on which part of the world you're in. It depends on which part of the world you're in. Certain parts of the world, if you come back to pre-Roman Britain, women were treated fine, right? But if you come post-Roman, then women are treated shit. It depends which part of the world. That is hit and miss. But
Well,
and even
it's still
today,
better
if
now,
today, no, what, you go to Middle East, where are you gonna be?
Oh, true.
Yeah, exactly. It's different. It's the same situation, right? It's not always cushy for that. But I guess even go on, burp, just burp, let one out. Let one out. Do it.
I had kombucha earlier.
Just have a clip of her just burping.
No. This is my image.
Yeah, you
It's
just
in the contract, Rick.
Oh, to
You
remove
can't
it,
harm
goddamn.
her image.
Oh, my bad.
if you want to live in Paris, where would you want to live?
If I wasn't living in
Paris. But what was the second best place for you to live?
probably somewhere by the beach. Spain.
Oh,
I always say this to everyone now. Once I get my French citizenship, I'm gonna move to Spain.
imagine that. Are you planning to be a citizen now?
Yes.
Oh, how's that process? Is it a lot?
Oh, it's a lot. Yeah. I think like I have to. Well, the language is okay. You have to like be B1 or something, and then you have to learn. There's a pamphlet of like the history, like all the presidents, and to learn like maybe where you can find the best red wine. But that's a bit controversial, so I'm not sure they're gonna put it on there.
Yeah.
Wait, that's part of the curriculum to get.
Yeah, you need to know about the history and the culture.
Yeah.
No, the wine.
No. I'm joking.
No.
Maybe the different famous wineries. Who knows?
Yeah.
Vineyards. I think that's what they're called.
Yeah, vineyards.
Yeah.
I do want to go south of Spain and just go to vineyards. Oh, not vineyards, south of France, sorry, and go to vineyards. But I realized how expensive it was, and then that kind of like reality hit me. But because I built like a whole wine cellar, and I was like, oh yeah, let's go.
You built a wine cellar
As in like it was a World War II bunker
in your house?
in my house. Yeah.
You're joking.
No.
You have a house.
No. Correction. My parents' house. You're joking. What? Do I look that fucking much?
No, it's just London.
Yeah. No.
Cost of living crisis, brother.
Yeah.
But
The
my
cost
parents-
of living.
My parents bought that house when it was still 2003. We bought the house, so it was a much more appropriate price at the time. But it has a World War II bunker in there. Like the whole road's literally got bunkers in each house, and we're like just sitting there. So we just put like some plasterboards up and put some shelves and shit. And I was like, all right, cool, let's go and buy some wine. But this is post Brexit, not realizing what the fuck that means to us. So I went to first to Greece and I found sweet wine. And I was like, oh, cool, can I like import some boxes? And the fucking tax on it, you can't do it. It's not possible anymore. It's very expensive. So the goal was to go south of France and find like, oh yeah, send me some wine boxes, please. But no, it's not gonna happen anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paris was a good choice.
Yeah, Paris.
Because the British passport right now is fucking useless.
It's good for America. Is it not?
And like maybe Australia.
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah. It's good for the other English speaking countries, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really bad for. But it's not that bad for Europe. How long can we work in Europe? Do you know? With the British, can you work in this country without a? You can't.
No.
She's not working right now. This is for fun.
It's not where I'm not paid for this.
This is fun. No one's getting paid. Sharp. Fuck.
It's a collaboration.
It says you're very spiritual. What's that about? How did you become spiritual? What is it to be spiritual? Let's get into that.
That's
first.
the thing.
What is spiritual?
Everyone is spiritual
Okay, go on. How?
because we are essentially a spirit living a physical experience. Like, wouldn't you agree that you're more than your body?
Potentially, yeah, potentially. I want you to elaborate that. Sell me on this idea. Sell me on this idea of we're more than just our body. What do you mean by that?
Wow.
I mean,
Go on. You can help out.
how
I think like, let's think like,
do you
what is the
believe in the concept of a soul?
I don't know if I do yet.
I think it's more of an experience that you have internally.
Yeah.
Like you feel like the explanation or like the body that you see in the mirror is not the full story. Like there are certain like maybe memories that surface in your dreams. Like even this concept of dreams that like we have dreams, like that's crazy. Like you're connected to this other story, this other plot line that's completely outside of you. Sometimes it concerns you, but that still doesn't, of course, like explain that the concept of a soul which is like stream of energy that extends past time and past this time where you know our body is limited. We have like maybe 80 to 100 years to live, but your soul goes on.
Correct. 60 to 80 for me. Wait, carry on.
What?
I don't want to go past 80, but that's fine.
You don't want to go
No,
past
no,
80? Why not?
It's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, I don't want to be a burden on people around me. Like, I think when you get to an age when you can't even wipe your own ass, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe it's time to go.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, anyways.
But what if you can?
That's
If, like,
different.
no, if I'm healthy and I can
Yeah.
still like do things myself, then
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I'm like, you know, I can't fulfill my most basic needs, then I don't want to bother other people
Yeah.
to fulfill those for me, you know? And that's when it's like, okay, I can call it quits now.
Yeah.
What would you rather have? A short, fulfilling, exciting life or a long, just peaceful, consistent life?
I used to say the first,
But no.
like, you know, like live fast and then
Die young.
live fast, die young. It was like pretty romanticized in the
Yeah.
era of Tumblr and,
Yeah.
and Lana Del Rey songs.
Yeah.
But now I want to have a long, consistent
Peaceful
life and to like, you know, be with my grandchildren as long as I can and, you know,
How wholesome.
but then like, okay, if my partner goes first, then I'll reconsider. But like,
Maybe you send them there first. You never know.
Yeah.
Oh, when do you think that changed? When do you think that changed for you?
I don't know. But now that you asked,
It just
You start thinking about
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't think the first one resonates anymore.
Yeah, it is interesting when, like, as you get older, it changes, right? So when I was
For sure.
younger, like when I was in my 20s, early 20s, I'm still in my 20s now. I'm just leaving it very shortly. Early 20s, I was just like, you feel immortal. So the concept of it
Concept of death doesn't exist at that
it doesn't
age.
exist. It doesn't exist that you can end it tomorrow. And therefore you think, yeah, let's just go do the dumbest shit, the most bravest shit. And it doesn't matter what happens. The consequence is not that important. And then you get to a stage where, you know, you feel like, oh, you get a bit more fearful. But then there's another, I think there's another stage I've hit as well, where you see it on the other side of it and you kind of go, yeah, but not that long. You know what I mean? Not to the point where your life isn't not worth living, but
There's no excitement left.
it's a shell of who you are.
Yeah.
You know, when you become a shell of who you are, that's really depressing in my opinion. Like that's when it gets. But at the same time, you know how they say death is like being stupid. It's only painful for everyone else. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of vibe, right? So when you become a shell of who you are, and then you pass, it's actually easier for everyone to accept around you. You know,
Yeah, I
a
think
tragedy is when someone leaves too early, but when someone leaves on time, no one's that sad. So it makes it easier for everyone else as well. So it's a bit like
A balance.
it's a balance.
Yeah, like live in the moment, not be afraid of dying, but know that you're gonna die.
Yeah.
This is the deepest episode we've
Ricky,
ever
you've been kind of
fucking-
quiet.
Yeah.
No, because for me, it's like the two sides is like you're like quite spiritual, right? And for him, I feel like he's not as spiritual. And me, I'm almost dead center. For me, it's like at the end of the day, I don't really. It doesn't matter to me if it's real or not. Is that it makes me self-reflect.
100%.
Right? It makes me think about my actions and like think about where I want to go and not waste my time on this planet. And that's all that matters to me. So I still buy into this like, you know, meditation, like manifesting, all kind of stuff. I don't know if it works or not, but I'm not taking the risk at the stage, you know? Like I might as well do it because regardless is kind of healthy for your brain.
Exactly.
Right? It's
For your
like,
mental health.
yeah, it's very good for your mental health.
I mean, and you have to think of it this way: like, if you go with pure logic, none of us would do anything exciting because logically speaking, statistically, you're more likely to live a happier life if you just fall in line, do your 9 to 5, focus on buying a house, get married, blah 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 blah. Just that basic life. Statistically, that is the best way to live, right?
But that's not exciting.
But that's not exciting. And another hand of it is, if you don't have people who take risks and believe in manifestation. There's a reason why a lot of athletes and stuff are religious people, or like famous people that are quite religious, is because they have a tendency to just have faith in something bigger, and then they can just lose themselves in a situation and think, and when it's not going their way, they say to themselves, "Oh, this is God's plan," or something like that. And I found that quite consistent. Not all. There are some people out there who are very practical and famous and logical human beings, but for the vast majority of us, if you stay logical, you're never gonna do something great in terms of like taking a massive risk, which is purely illogical. Because like for instance, being a famous actress, for instance, is like such a difficult, it's essentially trying to win a lottery, right?
And you need to have something that you believe in when all those auditions you get declined or like rejected in. Like there must be something that you believe in and can see and have a vision, and you're like, okay, this is just an obstacle, and to not perceive it as like, oh, I'm not meant for this. Exactly that. But I mean, like, you need a balance of both in it. I feel like for sure,
if you don't have the logical side, nothing. Keep going.
Sure. Exactly, it's not sustainable.
But if you don't have this like that spiritual, like that kind of manifestation or belief side,
it's the belief. Even if you don't believe in yourself, you believe in something.
Exactly. I always used to say like, because I'm not a faith believer. I don't have a faith, but I always used to say I envy people with faith, right? Because that kind of like, when you're not sure, just saying this is God's way, or this is how it's meant to be. It's a powerful thing.
I just feel like we cannot sit here and claim that we know everything.
100%.
in the world, in the cosmos.
I mean, in factually speaking, everyone's agnostic.
What?
Agnostic. It's like not knowing.
So
atheist is not believing at all. A believer is a theist, I guess. So like someone who believes in God or something, or religion, a theist. An agnostic is just not knowing. But if you really think about it, none of us know.
No.
We just believe we know. And that's atheist and religious people.
Because like it's like theoretical physics, right? It's not. It's all a theory. So at the end of the day, it's like I saw a video where someone said, you know, scientists call it like quantum physics. Religious people call it religion. Spiritual people call it spirituality. But it's like no one's denying that exists.
Exactly.
Everyone's just calling it something different.
Bigger, and even science is just an interpretation of a certain aspect of this world.
Well, the thing about science is, it's like it's interpretation, but to be classed as science, obviously they need to prove it to some extent, right? But if you really think about it, what we know on a scientific spectrum, every day is getting bigger and bigger, but in the grand scheme of things, it's still very small, right? And
it's just one lens.
It's one lens of it. So that like science still hasn't disproven God or spirituality or soul or anything. It hasn't proven or disproven it. But I mean, if you ask a person, like for me, instance, I will class myself atheist, but even though I don't know, but I class myself atheist, I would say like science is going in the direction of proving there is nothing right now, right? But it doesn't mean that is there. If you really truly follow the scientific way, it doesn't mean it's not. There's no chance of it existing. If that makes sense, you know. So it's it's different perspectives for certain. Yeah. Are you religious by any chance, or just spiritual?
Well, I grew up in a Christian school.
Oh,
Same with Nicole. So we had to go to chapel and read parts of the Bible and learn about Jesus and his life.
yeah.
So, I mean, when I was younger, I did have a practice.
That was right into the mic.
My bad.
No, I'm just laughing at the two craziest people I know going to Christian school.
And no, I did have a practice of praying, and sometimes I still do.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like when all goes to shit and you feel like you can still pray, and that you're just like, okay, I don't know, but maybe someone does, you know. And I think that's like a very beautiful practice.
Do you believe there's something greater than us, like a higher being or something?
Not in the way that they
Teach 'em,
describe it,
yeah.
teach it. And I also feel like that's just their way of depicting it because it's more relatable. Maybe, because, you know, if God was in our image, then we can assume that he wants like what's best for us or something, you know, like a father figure.
So you believe in a God?
I
but
believe in
not
some
on the
sort of-
religious.
Yeah, like a
Higher being.
higher
Oh,
power, like
so
a creator.
You're,
you
I
know?
think you're, I think what they call a deist.
Deist?
Yeah, the deist. Person who believes in a higher power, but not.
Do what? There's no.
Do you want my shirt?
You wear my
I'm not
thingy.
cold.
Ah.
And I'm not ruining this outfit.
Ruining your outfit.
No, nothing against your shirt, just because it's been planned this way.
Yeah. Actually, ask her about her outfit.
Oh, okay. Actually,
What
yeah,
about
here we go.
no?
What's your outfit?
What's your outfit, girl? Come on, get up,
There's
and
a
give us a
symbol.
It's a fashion thing.
That
isn't
is
it?
true. Go on, give us a 12 then.
No, I mean you
Oh,
can
you
just.
should. You should.
I don't know
Okay,
how
I'll put
it looks on the camera.
Okay.
You can, this is the. If you just stand here and do it.
Okay, stand more in the middle. Like this. Like towards Archie and Ricky. Well, only your body's in it. So maybe you want to. Yeah.
Oh, slay.
Anyway,
No, I don't
No,
think
your
they
mic-
can
You
hear you.
can't hear. You can't,
You're
you
like
can't hear.
Mike.
I have to go back here to explain it. Anyway, the idea was sort of like to have the most minimalist of the minimalist and something that's really like close to my skin color.
Oh wow.
And yeah, I don't know, sort of like this supernatural
Yeah.
thing going on. And yeah, I love this corset. Got it in Berlin.
Yeah.
And these are like sort of cargo, like inspired mini skirt. You guys are just like, I don't give a.
No,
No,
he
I mean,
does.
like-
Well, I do.
He's very good at.
No,
that's
but
his whole
like
thing.
Yeah.
you chose this outfit for a reason.
Did I?
Yeah, it pays homage
It pays homage to.
your
my-
painting.
Yeah, because I don't know, like someone, one of my fashion designer friends, one day told me out of nowhere, they were like, the way you dress must be as close to your skin as possible. Like
Really?
you cannot, like I don't look good in like baggy, like shapeless clothes.
Is that you specifically, or is it saying
Me specifically.
Okay, yeah.
And then I was like, that's very interesting. So he was like, oh, the more skin you show, the better you look. And I was like, you know, I would have taken it very differently if you were straight, and he was not straight. So I
Okay,
believe
good.
him. You know?
Because I was going to ask that exact same question. Is he straight?
No, I think it has something to do with maybe like my dance style is very much like detail oriented. So it's all about the quality of like the way I move my shoulder, and it's all very subtle. So if I were to cover all that, then there's like nothing, you know?
I saw on was it the leaflet that Nicole has when she went to your show. You because you originally was doing it completely nude, right? You painted
Yeah.
your body.
Oh yeah, so I paint with my body.
Yeah.
Because my fine art practice is all about translating dance. And at some point I found a way to sort of transfer the paint on my body, on my skin onto the paper to create forms. And then I think fabrics just sort of create like an obstacle, like a line in it. That's a little bit noisy. That's why I chose like the nude body as like the paintbrush, you know?
How did he get over that self-consciousness to paint nude? Did he ever have that?
No, for some reason. Maybe
Like-
because it's not about what people are looking. Like it's not about what people see. It's
Yeah.
about me experiencing it.
Yeah.
So I'm using my body as a tool
Yeah.
and not as an object or a subject.
Mm.
So it's just super like direct, like, you know, this is what I'm doing.
Mm.
It's like you don't, you know.
Damn, I wish I was that confident.
Yeah, I could never.
I could never.
But like, is the paint not harmful for your body?
Yes. But I use earth pigments. So basically I use dirt.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
so that doesn't harm your body at
No.
all? Oh.
It's just soil, you know.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
does that stick on the canvas
With
just as
olive
much?
oil.
Oh.
So I make my own paint. So like it's all mixed together.
Damn.
Yeah. So my color choices are pretty limited. I did find this blue that was non-toxic. So that's great.
Does it have any like skin benefits when you paint? Does it exfoliate without you realizing?
Exfoliate.
It actually does.
Oh, see, I told you, bro. I knew, bro. Think about this shit, right? So she coming out with the best pulls at it, right?
Yeah. Every time I make a painting, I'm like, God damn. People pay for this shit, you know?
Nah, so yo, maybe I should start doing some painting, bro. What is it?
I think it's gonna stick on your hairs and it's gonna be really hard to get.
Oh no, that really. That's that. I gotta let that really hard there. No, I can't do anything. This is how the South Asian hair is, man. We just get hairy.
Yeah. It's okay. I think I also have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to. I didn't even notice. I didn't point that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then surprisingly, I thought my head was going to be like a good part to use, but my head's hard, so nothing really transfer.
Oh really?
And
Oh.
Did you go bald for like the?
no, but it was conveniently around the same time. Yeah.
How come that was a choice? What was that? What made you go? You know what? Because I know girls are so sensitive about hair.
I know. I realized that because every time I joke about it, people actually laugh.
Really?
Yeah. Because they could never imagine like
Yeah.
not having hair.
Because you're lucky as well. You got a good head shape.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're
I checked
lucky.
that out before.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure. I was just like,
Making sure.
Because I think if I go bald, it'll be a situation.
yeah.
I would not.
Don't say yeah.
No, I didn't say yeah to you.
That would be a situation. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a situation. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't go bald. Sometimes we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You won't.
But you'll never know until you try, you know?
No. I've been bullying all my friends for going bald for a few years now. And I can.
You mean like actually going bald or just
Yeah,
straight?
like
Receding hairline.
receding hairline.
Oh God.
The widow's peak. You know, you know that kind of vibe. I do it because it's my personality. But so if I go bald, there's like a queue of guys waiting to take the piss out of me. I'm stressed.
I'm one of them.
It's annoying as well because he dyes his hair all the time and his hair's fine.
He has a lot of hair.
He does, doesn't he?
I don't understand why.
That makes no sense.
Like it's so
Okay,
much.
my DNA test said I'm a 1%. Was it Arabic or something? So maybe it's from the
Wait, which part of China are you from?
south.
Potentially, yeah. I'm trying to think why would the Arab come into it. I would think more East Chinese would be West Chinese. No, West Chinese would be Arabic mix, wouldn't it? Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Some trades were by the are you in
Guangzhou.
Guangzhou? Ah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe,
it's
yeah,
a
maybe.
huge port.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Something happened.
Someone got a bit.
Like a merchant fell in love with a local girl.
Yeah.
Could potentially be.
Could be. Yeah.
Because like I don't know that many like
you're right.
like Chinese people to have like hairs like this. It's like rare. And my legs are like
Yeah, he's a Chinese habibi.
He's so hairy.
like literally like him.
No, I almost broke my tweezers trying to pluck his eyebrows. Like
Your
he's
eyebrows, I was
that
about to say,
hairy.
I got
fucking-
bushy eyebrows.
Yo, bro, they're
It's
fucking
true.
straight caterpillars. Yeah, man. Even I don't have
Yeah,
that. My
and
eyebrows
if-
are fucking smooth, baby.
And if you were to grow out your beard,
Oh, I can.
yeah.
I don't have any issues growing out of it. I just don't like it.
Which one is that? What's wrong with beards?
No, it just doesn't suit my style. That's it. Maybe when I get older, I'm trying to be one of those like when I'm like 60 and I grow the
Oh, I am the master.
yeah that one. But I don't even know if that's possible.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna dye it.
White.
Actually, Choi asked me a question yesterday that I think would be really great to talk about on the podcast.
What?
Which is
You asked, it's a vision in progress.
Ah.
What's the vision?
what's the vision? God damn.
Curious. Tell me.
The vision is
Share.
it's an ambitious one. to say the least.
As it should be.
I essentially want to grow the A Vision in Progress brand into like an empire,
No, I mean like
or like
visually,
visually.
like your clothes. What's the vision?
That is changing every day. I'm not someone who likes to do the same thing over and over again. So the Fast collection was based on like traditional Asian clothing, right? But I personally really like asymmetry because I don't know, the beauty standards these days is like all about symmetry. But like the reality is no one's face is symmetrical, right? No one is a like fully symmetrical person. So rather than trying to compensate and trying to reach that symmetry, just fucking go the other way. You know, just go fully asymmetrical, and you know, embrace your imperfections, kind of thing. But the style itself is ever changing. Like new inspirations every day. Traveling. Well, I hope to travel and then like get inspiration from that as well. But yeah, the vision for the clothing is not
Ever changing.
Yeah, it's changing.
But definitely like the theme of asymmetry.
Yeah, asymmetry will stay.
And
like,
yeah.
Because I like it. I like asymmetry.
And how do you want people to feel when they wear your clothing?
I want them to feel confident. Because at the end of the day, fashion is about confidence. It doesn't matter like what trend you're following, what type of clothes you're buying, how expensive they are. If you don't feel confident in it, there's not really much point, right? You could be wearing a fucking full like £60,000 outfit, but like if you're not radiating that energy, the clothes are going to be wearing you, right? So it's just about confidence and like being comfortable standing out. I think in this day and age where everyone's trying to fit into this mold because no one wants, everyone's scared. But like what I learned is as humans, we're naturally, we tend to just mold into everyone around us because it's safer.
Yeah.
But we don't really need that now. We have a society that can run by itself kind of thing. So I don't know, just stand out. Don't be so basic.
Yeah, we're just still there's this part of our brain that feels like if we
stray
out,
from the tribe, we're gonna die kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dying.
And you're also doing like custom pieces for people that are like one of a kind, right?
Yeah. So I've done 2 already, but they were just for like university shoots. I carve a lot of denim and like just, it wasn't made from scratch. It was made like upcycling in a way. But I want to start doing that as like part of the brand as well. One of one pieces. I want to make one of one pieces for, you know, these guys, my friends and stuff. Something that is tailored to them.
What would you make for Archie?
I want a cape.
I can see that with a hoodie.
Oh yes.
Well, what would you make for Choi?
Right, just skip over me, I guess.
It has to stick to my skin.
It has to stick to her skin tone. That might be a bit more difficult because it's like you want to show as much skin as you can,
Yeah.
right?
So maybe certain pieces that are cut out in certain all the right areas, and then enhances like maybe like it's a shoulder and there's a huge hole here. Or
Yeah,
something.
potentially. I could do some
cover
sketches.
everything that needs to be covered, but then still like not compromise on the silhouette.
I think for you, it'll be very tailored. Very, very tailored. For you, it's like, I can't see you wearing a hood. You're more on like the
Insult is coming here.
formal style.
I was expecting an insult. I don't know, formal style. Well, like a suit.
Not that far. Like
Oh.
casual, formal kind of mix.
Smart casual.
Smart casual. I can't see you in a hood though.
I sometimes wear a hood. When I'm in Croydon, I have to be Croydon, innit?
Blending in.
Blending in.
Blending in. Yeah, don't
see?
stand out in Croydon. That's a
In what? In
Croydon.
Croydon. Croydon is basically like our version. Like, you know how you go to the Eiffel Tower to see the Eiffel Tower? You go to Croydon to see.
Is it
Croydon.
in London?
Yeah, it's in London.
God, I didn't know about this.
Barely.
Shut up. All right. It's just like some say
It's rough.
no, some say it's rough around the edges. But according to a statistic recently, it's one of the most up and coming places in the world, actually, not just London.
So it's just like an
It has
area.
nowhere to go
I
but
think-
up.
Last week, the Barclays Bank in Croydon, the windows got smashed.
The windows got smashed.
You guys are talking about it.
Yeah, the windows got smashed. It's basically you know, in Paris you have those ghettos around the famous ghettos in Paris where all the footballers are from. It's basically that.
I see.
It's one of them places, but no famous footballers come from Croydon for some reason.
It's just corner shops.
Yeah, we run it. Yeah, we run it.
I see.
Yeah.
Little
If you ever
lesson
one of these
London.
days,
You're really not selling London to me. I mean, like,
no, London is great. London as a whole is great. You have to take it. London's huge.
absolutely, yeah. The people are great, for sure. Yes. Every time I come to London, it's just like the vibes are immaculate.
Well, you
know?
come and you stick to the nice parts, right?
I think so.
There
yeah.
we go. That's probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
But
when
you
it's-
can't like, summarize a place by. You can't do that. Yeah, you have to like
experience it all.
experience it all, like the good and the bad.
Because he's from one side of it, like he's at the very, very north of it, and I'm the very, very south of it. So we kind of got a good strata from that, I guess, a data sample from that. It's growing up on it is probably one of the most amazing experiences you can have, right? Because you grow up with every race.
It's very, very multicultural.
Right? You grow up with every race. One of the earliest thoughts I had was realizing the way you look isn't your worth, it's who you are. And knowing that from a young age is quite a powerful thing, right? So you just kind of like open your mind. It's like you realize there's no such thing as a superiority thing, or like one thing is better than the other, because like everyone has the problems and everyone has benefits.
Completely, yeah.
You know what I mean? And you learn that young. Because I remember I used to only hang out with the Pakistanis in my primary school. They just adopted me because I was the only Sri Lankan. And I adopted them. And there was like a bunch of Indian kids, a bunch of Pakistani kids. There was the black kids who were probably going to prison, black kids who would play football. Do you know what I mean? Like there was like this is honestly, Croydon primary schools were like very segregated. but we segregated ourselves. I don't know why. But I hung out with Pakistani kids, and they were like my best mates, and I had a good time. I learned a lot. Then I went to secondary school and I hung out with some of the white kids and some of the black. Like you just go through the cycle of meeting all these new people, and then it's like, for that, London is, I guess, similar to like New York and stuff like that. It's great. It's great like that. The negative of London, it has all the population but none of the community.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's no
Because
community.
it's
here.
huge.
It's huge, and it's a mix of things. Okay, it's huge, right? It's now become so expensive. Londoners can't live in London anymore, right? So I can't live in Croydon anymore. None of my friends can. So what ends up happening is, when you like all the people you used to be like, oh, what are you doing? I'm coming over. Do you know what I mean? That's not a thing anymore. What are you doing on the 16th of March? We'll book it in. I'll come over. We'll do something, right? It's now that kind of relationship. And as a result, we're not all settling here, having kids similar to each other, where you're building this community of family, friends and stuff. You can't do that anymore. It's now become a spread thing. And all the people coming into London are coming for economic reasons from other countries and outside of London. People are just coming for the ideal London life. Oh, we're going out every night. We're doing this, we're doing that. And I think a lot of people come here and they realize it's quite a lonely lifestyle.
I was just gonna say that sounds super lonely.
Yeah, it's
you're
very
just surrounded by people.
Yeah, you're surrounded by people, but no one knows you.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's horrible.
but maybe that's cities.
Yeah, I think it's a metropolis
city.
issue. It's a metropolis problem right now across the globe. I would
This
say.
is why I like Paris.
Yeah.
Like, Paris is a giant village.
Yeah, because in Paris they have like rent ceilings and stuff, don't they? Protective rent ceilings and stuff like that.
That I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think they've done so in this country. They went too far on the side of so like background in the 70s. Oh no, not 70s. Sorry, in the late 80s, early 90s. Someone called Margaret Thatcher was in power. Right, you have to go far to really find the root of the problem. You have to go that far back. And then what she did is we had like these council houses. So each borough has a council, and then the council own houses. And then she basically told the councils to sell the houses to the people living there for basically cheap. Like just give them the house basically. And a lot of our, I mean, I'm not sure about your parents. I don't know what year they came, but like my parents and stuff benefited from that. And you bought literally a whole house for like 15 grand, right? Like a whole terraced house.
Wow.
But then what they would do is when you pay that money, but you're paying it to the council, but then the Thatcher basically said you can't use that money to build more council houses, right? So our social housing program just got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller like that, and basically we have none now. And as a result, we have just an unattainable housing market in London now. And as a result, it's just become a place for people to work, not for people to build a village. You can't build a village if your next door neighbor can't afford to live there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're just their main goal is paying rent and paying their bills and just putting food on the table. And that's your main goal as well. And as a result, we've now created London's become a bit of a lonely place. But this is not just a London problem. There's a lot of cities, if you go around the world, have a similar problem. Like New York has a similar problem like this, and Toronto now is similar. So that's something that we need to fix. But that's a negative about London. But at the same time, like New York, if you ever have time visiting London, like you'd visit London, you love it. Visiting London is one of the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So much to do.
Yes.
So
There's always something.
Exactly.
And I'm here.
And you are here.
Is there community in Paris? Is there like groups of people who just like hang out and shit?
Yes. Like I've been super lucky in that sense. And also like I'm in like I guess 2 friend groups that I like truly like love and hold to my heart. And one of them we meet like almost every week. I have a friend, she basically hosts these brunches every week at her house. And like I don't know, like the people that she gathers are like from every background with different upbringings, you know, like an Australian guy that grew up in the south of France and then now lives in Paris and then is like, I hope he doesn't seize it. And like, I think he's a lawyer. I think. But I don't know, like, and then like there's me, like I'm an artist, and then like people who work in fashion in different parts, like some in image, some in PR, like just everyone, you know?
Yeah.
And then but then we come together and we don't talk about work and we talk about like us as humans. How's your experience? And like, what did you do? Where did you go? What was that like, you know?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we all always leave that space like, don't know what we talked about, but that was great, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the issue here though. Like when you meet new people, the first conversation is, what do you do? You know? And it's like, it feels so empty. The relationship feels really empty and like transactional.
Yeah, a lot of people here, their childhood friends are still their main friends. A lot of people. Not all people. But you can, like me and him, we met much later in life, and you still become friends outside of it, like progressively. But then, you know, like with relationships, you need to put effort in. Like you have to go to those branches.
Yeah,
you have to put
absolutely.
that effort in, but it's hard. It's hard these days. And I would say it's hard in London, and it's very different because I go Eastbourne a lot and I go like South a lot. And that's like a very villagey type, and the difference is night and day. Their life is night and day. Like the way they are always popping over to each other's house, and they just like come on and moments notice. You know, you just like you hear the dogs barking, and there's like someone at the door, like, hey, we're just here to chill. You know, like that kind of shit. It's not really. I'm sure people watching, but like, oh no, not like that for me. But I'm just saying, as a general experience.
Yeah.
And I come from Croydon, which is meant to be one of the more affordable places because it's a very, you know, economically struggling place comparative to the rest of London. Not as bad as East London, but still bad. And even we can't afford it. Do you know what I mean? If we can't afford it in Croydon, where can you afford it, right?
Yeah.
So,
Where would you retire then? Would it be
I don't
Paris?
know. I don't know.
do you not miss
myself-
Macau?
Huh?
Do you not miss Macau?
Sometimes the food.
Oh, okay.
But like growing up in Macau must be a massive difference though.
Yeah.
Did you grow up in Macau?
Yeah, I did grow up like 17 years. And yeah, very different. I think there's just no space. It's so small. It's like the size of the Paris airport.
Am I right in thinking there's like a lot of Michelin like restaurants, like just food places there? Like there's some streets where just like shit ton.
I don't know about Michelin, but I mean it's incredible.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
the food is just incredible, and I'm sure it's only grown since then because of all the hotels and
Yeah.
the casinos and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you want to live a very comfortable, luxurious life, Macau is definitely the place.
What would you say is different from like Paris, London to Macau? Like what's the thing that you think London, Paris could do better that they do in Macau, and what do you think Macau could do better that London, Paris do?
I think for Macau, for sure, they do it now. Like they try to incorporate and like support artists, and they have all these funds and like opportunities for artists, and so they are starting to really encourage that. But I think when I was growing up there, this general conversation around art is non-existent, you know? And there's this idea that, oh, how are you going to feed yourself? And I think it's just a lack of like how do I say this, like they just don't know the possibility.
Not open-minded enough.
Not even, they just haven't seen the industry and all the different sort of roles that you can do. And like in the art industry, there's so many things you can do. You can be like an art consultant, or like you can work in fashion, and so many different roles for that, you know? And just like, yeah, there's no, like, you just don't see it. That's it.
Do you get like backlash because, you know, you're not in Macau, but you're doing art, right? When you go back, do you get backlash because you are, you know, choosing to pursue the art career?
I haven't been back in a while, but
When was the last time you were back?
like 7 years ago.
Oh wow. What, wait, that means you left when you were 19?
17.
I thought you were 26.
I am 26.
Oh, all right. Oh, you left at 17 and
I left at 17. I went to New York for like a year or two, and then I'm in Paris like ever since. And then in between New York and Paris, I went back to experience it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't think actually before I left, like when I was still in high school and stuff, I got like quite a bit of backlash from my, people around me in general. But not my parents.
Oh, really? Just like your friends?
Yeah, which are all that matters. Like if they support me, I don't really care what people say.
Are you the only child, or do you have siblings?
No, I have an older sister and like younger brothers and sisters.
Oh, younger
brother, sisters.
Oh, right. Oh, how many of are you? That's quite a few. Big family, huh?
Yeah. I mean, my parents divorced, and my dad remarried. So, yeah, I wish I was like a bit closer. I think that's one regret I have in life. I wish I was closer to my like little brother and sister. Yeah. So, but hey, life is life, you know.
We've got time. Yeah.
This never too late.
Yeah,
I know, but it's that toddler phase where like you really build this relationship. You know?
Yeah. Well, I find with siblings, when you're younger, you fight a lot, and then when you're older, you get along a lot more. But it's like that's just how it is, you know. So maybe now you might find a much easier time getting along with them.
Maybe, yeah. I think our relationship just has like there's a plan for it.
Yeah.
Somewhere, and I'm allowing it to unravel as it needs to.
Yeah.
But no, I mean like, as in so my immediate family never gave me any backlash. They're super proud of me. People around me are just sort of like, what are you doing? You know, like they just cannot comprehend how that is a logical route to go. And I think that's where like, I guess like the spirituality really was important to me in that moment to guide me, because I just always had this voice inside of me that were just like, this is what I want, and the feeling that came with it, like a feeling of yes,
this is right.
Like I cannot really explain it. Just like yes, this, no, that, and it was yes, art, and yes, dance, and
if you really think about it, that's quite impressive, because you didn't even have that example person before you to show you it's possible, or this is how you do it. You just kind of listened to your gut and went for it, basically.
Yeah, there was like a bit of my gut, and then my mom as well that helped me to be like, because she's seen me since I was a kid. And there was a point where I almost left dance. I almost wanted to quit. I don't remember what reason it was. And then she was like, no. Because she was like, not because I'm trying to be to dictate how you live your life and what you should do, but because she truly saw that was my passion, and that was what I was committed to. So she didn't want me to like stray away from myself. And then I was like, I heard the first no, and I was like, okay.
Easily convinced.
Okay, never mind. Since you say.
Oh, fair. That's really good. That's really, really good.
And then in terms of London and Paris, compared to Macau, I haven't really considered this, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Very, very different. Two different, completely different places.
It's
Maybe.
completely different culture.
Yeah.
It's not as like creative centric. It's more of a corporate mindset.
Yeah, the economic hubs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, like for example, the things that are appreciated here, like standing out, for example, would not be appreciated in Macau. Like people would look at you more weird, if anything. I think. Yeah. Honestly, like, you know, like even if you wear something a little more like showing skin, people will stare and like they will judge. Like not only stare, but they will judge. And I think in general, it's a lot more judgmental than so you don't have as much freedom as you would here.
Yeah.
So if you were to go back, would you change the way you style yourself?
I think not.
You're just in it.
Just fuck it.
I don't. I think not. I mean, like at this point, I can't really.
Yeah.
Like I think, definitely a little more modest for sure. But I mean, what can I do about my hair? You know, like.
Do you think you'll ever grow it back, or do you think you've committed to the?
I don't know. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Because I just don't want that in between awkward phase, you know, when it's like this.
Yeah. That's what if we ever
So
do it in a
hedgehog.
pocket- Yeah. If you ever do that, you have to send us a picture so we get.
Oh my god. You'll have a whole like
Yeah.
follow
Oh, and
me.
the Rugrat, you know the Rugrats doll when they like cut it. And it's-
Yeah.
So I have a question. Like out of all the like disciplines that you practice, because you practice a lot of different things, do you have a favorite? Or
It's very different. Like my relationship with all of them, I would say like main three. So there's painting and then dancing and then music that I really just got into. Well, it's been in my life all throughout
The
my
R&B
childhood.
music.
A little R&B. I kind of coined it dream R&B.
you've been singing for ages, man.
Yeah, I've been singing, but only released my first song like last September.
Okay.
Go listen to it. It's called Encore.
Link the thing. Yeah, as per usual.
Yeah, and I also released another song called Vow of Wealth, which is a very special one, in February on Chinese New Year. And I've only, established this relationship this year.
Yeah.
So it's like young love, you know, when you just start and you're like, God, this is so amazing. And then with,
like singing, you've been singing since like we were young.
yeah,
Yeah.
but creating like a musical, like a sonic universe with my voice, like completely different, like level of just creative ecstasy, you know? And then with painting, it's just like we're a married couple. You know? It's like we're committed.
Yeah.
We go through the motions.
Yeah.
We order that canvas. We out here, like we set a date. We paint. You know.
You walk down the hallways of our schools and you just see them plastered with her paintings.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it actually.
I mean, I don't know if it is anymore because
Yeah.
it's been ages and like
Are you like a
under
local
different
celeb?
management now.
Sorry. Are you like a local celebrity back home
I
then?
don't think so.
I think so.
Oh, okay. Sounds.
Oh my God, we're coming to Macau.
No, but then actually through my conversations with Nicole, I actually was a bit like enlightened about like how people were like super curious about my process and like, oh, what is she doing like as an artist, you know? And maybe that's like, like then they can understand that there are so many different possibilities.
She's setting the pathway for
Well,
the
you're-
younger.
You know, that's so important. You are literally becoming the example to all the other younger kids
I hope
from
so.
Macau who want to do something, and then they go, "Oh wait, she did it. I can do
Yeah.
that too."
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I also had people that like set the example for me. Like, I mean, FK Twigs, you know, like she, every time I look at her, I was like, wow, the way she blend like dance and art, and she's like a walking art piece, and then her voice is super ethereal, and she's like her own genre, and she embodies her weirdness, and I don't have another word for it. That's why I'm saying it. But just like uniqueness, let's just say. And that gave me permission to be weird and like unique and like in my own true nature.
Yeah.
You're currently producing another song, right?
It's already produced.
Okay.
I'm working on like the promotion and the release and everything.
When's that coming out?
I mean, I don't know. We're thinking end of July, just in time for Leo season, because it's a very much Leo song. And
Are you a Leo?
I am not a Leo.
Oh,
What does that mean? What does
August, July, August?
July, August.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
very
a
like.
Leo.
loud?
Oh, you're a Leo?
Yeah.
Alex is a
2nd of
Leo.
August.
Who?
Alex.
Who's that?
No way. I would have never thought.
Who's
the
that?
one that was just there.
Oh, Alex.
Yeah, who's that?
Alex is a Leo. Oh, fucking hell. We're both Leos. There we go. Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very loud.
A lot of people, I guess.
Very, very much like the sun, you know?
Bringing life.
It's a lot of personality.
You're kind of dark to be the sun.
The sun makes people dark.
They need a lot of attention.
It's the aura. It's the aura, Rick.
Need a lot of attention. No, I demand the attention. It's different, all right?
Not you not demand, but like you just naturally, like Leos just naturally draw attention to them because they're just like the star, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, you are the star of this podcast. Yeah.
And just sort of this idea that I'm the king and the queen, so I would never settle and I would always live my best life, sort of thing.
Can you talk about what your new song is like about?
So I think Jay sort of promoted it last time in your podcast.
Yeah.
Jay is the producer that I worked with on this song. So this song is called No Broke Boys Allowed. And it's very much like, I know what I'm worth
Yeah.
Okay.
and don't throw your pennies at me. Kind of.
Listen, message received. We ain't coming for this. We're already cut. No broke boys allowed. So that's not us.
Oh, we're not. Okay, we're not allowed. We're not allowed.
We're going broke.
Okay.
You're taken.
Oh yeah,
Archie.
shit. Oh yeah, I
We
forgot about
talked. We talked about your
Excuse
girlfriend.
me.
I tried to make the joke. I'm sorry. I love you.
But honestly, more than that, the intention, okay, the song is very much like, if you don't buy me this, if you don't buy me that, if you don't got this, you don't got that, stay out of my way.
Yeah.
Like, don't talk to me. Like, I'm not going to talk to you.
Okay.
Like, go in your corner to like pick up dust or whatever, you know?
right.
God damn.
Oh, you know what? This is a good.
But
yeah.
the intention was not so much about money. Like,
Yeah.
of course, money is part of it. But what I really want to put out there is like there's the broke boy mentality kind of thing. So then what is like a rich man mentality? And also like of course isn't like you can exchange the gender. It's not really like gender based. Also like how can someone show up in a partnership and educated, respectful, and like then that defines like what is the rich man, you know? It's not just about money. You can be rich and have no class, like then I'd still not be attracted, you know? Like there's also a fine line. If someone has the money and thinks that they can use that money to control you, then that's not really the mentality I'm looking for either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this would be a good segue, I think. All right. So I know you know I'm going to ask for this. So let's go through the necessities of the things that the modern boy has to provide. Right. Let's go help out some guys out here. You know what I mean? So what would you consider requirements for boys to be able to provide at least?
I think the most important thing I would love a man to provide is just a safe space.
Yeah.
Like
So you gotta have a house. Have a house.
shelter would be nice.
Don't call if you still renting, boy. Yeah. We need that mortgage down.
Yeah.
ASAP.
No roommates. Yeah.
No roommates.
No roommates.
At least 2 bedrooms.
Yeah. Yeah.
Living room.
Yeah.
3 toilets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Penthouse. No,
3
wait.
toilets.
No, wait, 2.5. 2.5.
2.5.
2.5 toilets.
2.5
One
toilets.
is for me.
Yeah.
I want my own toilet.
Balcony. 2 floors. Yeah.
2 floors.
Backyard with a swimming pool, with a gate, with a driveway. At a rooftop at a greenhouse. No, what I mean by a safe space is not as literal as you're putting it, but just sort of showing up with like, I see you. I know it's not easy to be a woman on this planet.
A judgment-free zone where you
Judgment-free zone, and understanding that it is dangerous for women out there.
Yes.
So like understand that we are gonna be more anxious than the male gender or like the male sex.
Yeah.
It's basically the
Bear forest question.
Yeah.
What bear forest?
So they go around asking women like, if you were stuck in a forest,
Alone.
if you were okay, if you're alone in the woods, would you rather be alone? Would you rather be with a man or a bear? And majority of the
Said the bear.
answers are bear.
But that is not knowing what a bear could do to you. Because a
Yeah,
bear,
bears are fucking
bear
scary.
would not even kill you. It would start eating you.
No, but I think it's the idea of knowing.
I'm sorry, but that's a dumb answer. I'm sorry. It's a dumb,
No, I understand it, though.
A bear would eat you while you're alive.
Yeah,
Without-
but-
The thing is,
No,
right,
but it's like
there
you-
are fates worse than death.
What, being eaten alive? It's not,
There are fates worse than death.
I would think being eaten alive.
For a woman, it's like sexual assault kind of deal and all. It's the idea of that. You know exactly what that bear is going to do to you, right? You know that you have to run.
You can't run away from a bear.
It's the shut the fuck.
I mean, people are not gonna say that if you get attacked by a bear, people are not gonna say that you wanted it, you know? Like, a bear's not gonna film it and then send it to his friends.
That's a very,
Very specific.
yeah, very specific.
Specific.
It's just like,
Because okay, look, you have to also okay. Put it this way, okay. If you think of it this way, this is how I get cancer. Fucking hell, right? You're right. There are guys out there who are pieces of shit,
Yes.
and would do something like that, and they should be, put down,
Oft.
right? They're arseholes. Guys who will sexually assault or do anything like that, boom, right? But there's also a percentage of guys who wouldn't do that.
Absolutely.
But 100% of bears will fucking kill you.
Yeah.
100% of bears will kill you.
Yeah. No, I understand that
I'm
as well.
curious to see about this interview.
there
with this
are
questionnaire.
protocols with how to, like, deal with bears, whereas there's not really.
Yeah. Okay. So if it's a black bear, you fight back. Brown bear, you curl up. And if a
Yeah.
white bear, you just give up. A polar bear will kill you. You
I
can't do
mean,
anything
and
about it.
also, like, if a bear is attacking you and you scream really loud, it's more likely to go away than the man would.
Okay, you're
Anyway,
getting a
we're-
bit too specific.
Because you have to take into account the message that gives out.
No,
there
the
is
message is
All men are.
all men aren't, and all men.
no, yeah,
aren't
not all
like
men.
that.
It's not
Yeah,
all men, but
aren't
it's
like that.
it's the idea that there's uncertainty in a man's decision, but there's certainty in a bear's decision,
Right.
right?
I feel like
Go on, sorry.
I feel like that question is sort of it
It's
exposes.
targeted, obviously.
It's sort of like exposing that there are like really bad experiences
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
a lot of women went through with men,
yeah,
and it's more like I'd rather be in a forest with a bear than with like a man because they've had really bad experiences, you know.
yeah. But I feel like that. I don't know if you guys agree with this or not, but I feel like I don't know. Sometimes I think when guys might hear that, they might go straight defensive mode, right? They might just go straight away like, wait, why is we? Which is fair, but it's also fair if girls feel like, look, I've had experiences before, so fuck all guys, right? It's the how do we approach the situation where girls, rightfully so, feel a bit vulnerable out there and need to feel more safe, right? But how do we do it in a way where it doesn't straight away villainize every guy, which is not true in this question, I guess, because the reality is not all guys are like that. But I think even a guy who's never done it would straight away go, oh, what the fuck?
I think
You know, like how do we do it so we can still address the situation of, girls need
I
protection.
think this is what I mean when I say like create a safe space, and
Yeah.
this is not just like physical safe space, also like through communication. Like I think just having that space in your mind, that like checking in, like how are you doing, like
Yeah,
how are you feeling in this space, like is this okay with you,
yeah,
is like and just really putting it out there that like you can tell us anything. Like just having that space
Yeah.
from a man that I can just express my concerns
Yeah.
is super safe. Like as in like it's
very
super
important.
reassuring.
Yeah. It's very important, isn't it, in today's
Yeah.
world? Yeah. I 100% agree with that.
And then in terms of like, I think on a monetary level, if a man can like provide the sort of, for me, a man is like a container, you know, you sort of create the space for something beautiful to happen. And for a woman, we are the beauty and the conversations and the fun and the joy of life. But we cannot do that if we're in survival mode. Like if we're constantly like, where is the nearest exit, or like how do I not get judged, how do I not feel like I'm being gaslit by someone, then we're never going to sit in our energy of like freedom.
I have a controversial question regarding that though. But it's like, what do you think of the women that are constantly asking to be treated as an equal but also chasing the chivalrous actions of a man?
I think being treated as an equal is more like having equal human rights is what we're asking. Like,
But then from a guy's perspective, right? We want to be. I mean, I think for most guys, we see women as equals. Like we go, yeah, you can if you want to be a doctor, be a doctor. If
Yeah.
you want to do this, you want to do that.
yeah, we're
You-
past that, right?
Yeah,
I hope
exactly.
so.
That's how.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I feel like I grew up. Like when I did a STEM, I did a maths degree, and I revised with all the girls. Like they were like my friends, so we revised together, right? But then I think the question is kind of like, we've now grown up in a way where we're not traditional guys anymore, and you're not traditional girls anymore. So how do we be? How does the modern guy be to be valued well in the dating game? It's the real question, I think. Like, because back in the day, the traditional guy was valued, right? Being chivalrous, provider. But that's no longer the world we live in. Like, girls, rightfully so, can provide for themselves. They don't need us anymore. And guys don't need girls anymore. But humans need human for human connection, right? So how do guys be a valuable asset, and which is a weird way to say it, but girls be valuable assets as well in the dating game? How does that? What is it? What is the balance now? What do we both do?
I think for sure it's each case is their own thing.
Yeah, which is probably the real truth, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I just I'm happy to like pay on a date.
Yeah,
Like I don't interpret that as immediately like, oh, are we friends? You know?
yeah,
But if they would like to like cover that, I would feel like, oh, thank you. You know, I'd be very grateful.
yeah,
And I don't know, everyone is different. And I think it's more about like, how can I do my best and how can I show up
I care for each other.
yeah, and to show and to go that extra step to say like, you know, for a man, for example, it's different if a man is on a budget and he still wants to pay and create a very valuable experience on a date, and compared to someone that just has it and like pays for everything because he can, you know.
I'm a strong believer of whoever asks the first date pays on the first date. Boy or girl. If you ask on the date, you pay for the date, right? Because you're the one basically doing the pursuing, I guess. But once you're dating, the second, third date onwards,
Yeah, just open to conversation.
yeah,
you know?
it's not even like I'll with my girl, I just go, no, I'll pay for it. Don't worry. I don't look at the number. I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything. I'd happily pay 4 or 5 dinners in a row. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's between us. Don't worry about it. And then she'll be like, oh, you know, you pay for this, that. I'll pay for this one. And we don't look at numbers. It's more gestures.
Yeah.
Gestures that matter. Because at the end of the day, like you said, a person who has £10 spending £5 is 50%. That's a lot. You don't have to, you know, the gestures means more than anything you can value ever.
Yeah.
Right?
And then like with money, it's like an energetic exchange,
Yeah.
you know, like there's more to give than just money.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we
services
all have
are
different
always-
strengths and
Yeah,
weaknesses. And
exactly.
that's the beauty of like partnerships and like relationship is like we sort of like hold each other.
Yeah, I do all the cooking. She does my clothes. I'm bad at laundry, so she does the laundry. and the cooking. Oh, we are running out of time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
we were having such a nice
no,
conversation.
let's
Yeah.
just continue for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Let's. Is there anything that you would like to promote before we wrap things up?
Oh wow. Well, I have my single coming out
Oi.
end of July. We're aiming for July 21st, but things can change. But really, really into this Leo season thing, and no broke boys allowed.
Oh, wow.
And the song is a jam. Like
Yeah.
it's for girls to do their makeup and like sing along. It's
Oh, we
for
can't
you
do our makeup to it.
drive.
Well, that's
You can
depending on
shave
the
your
game.
beard.
You can shave. Oh, I can shave.
you
my
know?
beard. Yeah.
Yeah, you can shave your beard and then hum to it, or like pluck your brows. Maybe not for you, but like
Yeah, your eyebrows are thick.
you're gonna be like, oh, ow.
We can mow your beards. I think
Yeah,
we will probably-
it's very what?
I can
Mowing.
mow.
Mow.
Ricky, lie down.
Yeah.
The lawnmower gets stuck.
Yeah. Oh shit! There's a lot of hair here.
Yeah, I'm really, really like happy with
So
this.
is it out or is it coming out?
It's coming out.
Okay, cool. Do you think it'll be out by the if it's out by the time this episode comes?
That
We'll
would be
and-
No, it'll-
amazing.
yeah, we'll put it into.
I think we're gonna time it so it's like leading up to it, so that it's like trying
Okay.
to build the hype
Okay,
when
sure.
it releases.
Yeah.
Sure, 100%. Okay.
Maybe if we can get a snippet, we can use it as like a song, like background song to your
Sing it
trailer.
right here.
Oh my god.
Sing it.
Can we get a snippet?
I would. Yeah, I'm happy to like
Okay.
show a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
Am I singing it?
Yeah.
Just sing it.
Am I singing your song?
Sing it. Sing it.
So the
Do you want me to harmonize?
you want to harmonize? So the chorus goes, "No broke boys allowed," and then someone on the guitar. If you can afford, then I'm out. No broke boys allowed. You know what I like. If the money's there, I'm right.
Wow, that's really good. Wow, that's really good. That
Yeah.
sounds like a jam. And I
That
can
is a
get it.
jam.
I can imagine a sunny day, the sun's shining through the window, and you're just like,
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Like in the car, like in a convertible, like going through.
I know my girlfriend's gonna use that against me when I say I can't afford that. I'm like, bitch,
And she's like, I'm out.
what you think about? I just said I'll cook. Fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Well,
cool.
look, I've had a pleasure talking to you
It's
today.
been amazing. I
Yeah.
feel like I went to some other like
Oh, you've been
conversational
You
dimension.
were great. The lunch was great. We had a good time together, and
We haven't even really talked about her dance. I think you'll need another episode.
I was actually gonna say, you've been. I think when we were hoping to go Paris one day.
Mm-hmm.
So when we come, we're gonna definitely shoot with you again.
Yes,
And,
yes.
yeah, well, we're
Do a catch-up
potentially
episode.
doing like go to Paris as a team, maybe shoot a podcast episode there, because I know like you guys have friends over there that might, you know,
Oh yeah, totally.
creatives as well. So
100%.
So yeah, we'll do all of that and have a good time.
yeah,
And yeah,
yeah.
thank you for
for
joining
coming.
us.
Thank you for
joining us.
having me.
Yeah,
That's a wrap. Thank you.
All right,
Bye
Thank you, everyone, for
bye.
here. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you,
you,
everyone.
Nicole.
Please keep watching. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Boom.
Oh wait, no, not bye yet. I forgot to give you this.
Oh my god.
Again.
What is this?
It's a little skateboard with a vision in
That is
progress
so
on it.
cute. That is really, really cute. Oh
If
my
you ever need to
God.
pray and you need, you're having a bad day, just look at it. And I'm like, okay, I got this.
Get it. You know, I wish I knew how to do those.
You can now. You can learn.
I can learn.
Can
This
learn.
is what. Okay, okay. I can finally be one of those cool people.
the cool kids at lunch.
Yeah, that are like,
We're still rolling, by the way.
what?
We're still rolling.
Yeah, that's fine. Bye bye.
Bye. Maybe next podcast I can like show off my moves.
Oh yeah, you got time to practice.